All right, everyone. Big in the news lately, declining birth rates. People are having fewer babies, and we're not at replacement in most of the Western world. Basically, the only parts of the world that are at replacement, some parts of Latin America, although not all of them, and Africa, actually, and a couple of European countries, but, mainly in the less developed ones. And so people are worried, number one, like white nationalists are worried, oh my God, the white race is going to disappear. They're not having any babies. It's most advanced among Koreans and Italians, actually. I believe they have the most decline in population at the moment. And then Germany's on the list. The United States is approaching the break-even point. I think Canada's below replacement, and certain other countries, too. And it's also a big deal for people like Elon Musk. They say, well, you can be an extinctionist, or you can think that people need to actually have at least replacement rate levels of babies. I happen to agree. I don't want the world population to increase any further, but if you don't have replacement rate, what you have is either demographic displacement through immigration, or you have a significant collapse in the world economy. It wouldn't be pretty. Now, the world is big enough to take care of all of the people that are currently in it. As technological efficiency increases, if we maintain the current population, we'll be just fine. I know people say, well, climate change, unrenewable resources and stuff like that. That's all bullshit. Ignore it, basically. Our technology, as it advances, can take care of anything. Fuck, they were using wheat straw and basic bitch ingredients to siphon phosphorus out of water supplies. Well, that's going to be real goddamn useful as fertilizer since we're running out of raw sources of phosphate that are easily mined. So the phosphate crisis, there is now a new technology that's completely renewable, by the way, and cheap as fuck, that can actually siphon it out of the ocean or out of a lake or something like that. And it looks like with that technology, assuming we've got proper public funding, we will be able to avoid a catastrophe in which you can't grow any root crops anymore. Here's an easy solution to the declining birth rates. Fuck. I want clankers to fuck one another. Hell, some clankers I've wanted to fuck myself. More than half of the people that I've ever dated, I met first on YouTube. There's some hot women out there. You go into the bar and find the hottest chick and hit on her or something like that, and then go make some fucking babies. Make some mushy muffins with her. She might have never been touched by a dude anyway, because everyone's too intimidated to go up to her in the first place. I myself have always started relationships online, except for when I was in high school. I've got an interesting story about the one high school cheerleader who literally asked me to fuck her for her 16th birthday. Thought she was joking at the time. You can swing it. You do not have to be Adonis to get laid. Some dudes, and dudes are more guilty than chicks with regards to this. I've got to take umbrage with some dudes. And I don't even mean like maybe the MGTOW dudes or anything like that. I just mean in general. Dudes get intimidated too easily by women. Or they think that they're going to get like slapped or sued or something like that if they even shake their hand. That does happen. This is a litigious society in some states, it depends. But there are horny women out there who really want to fuck. Believe it or not, they have a sex drive. I know that it's become fashionable to think that women don't actually orgasm. Maybe that's because men don't know how to use their tongues enough. Use your tongue. Use your lips. Learn what she likes. Fucking ask her what she likes. Say, look, when you're feeling good, I'm going to do some things to your body. And when it feels really good, just moan really loud or something. I'll get the hint. It's not rocket science. I love those memes. I fucking hate them at the same time. Where it's like men's sex drive and it's like a light switch. Woman's sex drive and it's like, a placard from an aircraft with like 100 dials and remotes on it. It's not actually that difficult to figure out, dudes. Just saying. Have more sex. Penis goes in vagina. And you orgasm inside of the woman, and there's a chance that she gets pregnant. I have a feeling that a lot of the fertility crisis situations that happen is because the dude simply can't get the woman off. You have a higher chance of your copulation resulting in pregnancy if the woman has orgasmed. If her cervix is lowered into the right position, more of the sperm is going into the cervix. This is literally just physical biology. It's just a physical reality. But you got to get her to that point in order to make that happen. it seems like the average dude is incapable of doing so. Some dudes express outright disinterest in it. Well, I wonder why you're not making babies. You know, if you have an all-night romp, you know, with 4 or 5 orgasms in a row or something like that, I would think that that would raise the likelihood of an impregnation occurring. You know, the availability of over-the-counter birth control definitely depresses the birth rate too. Some women don't want to get pregnant. That's perfectly fine. There are women out there that do want to get pregnant, especially when they get a little bit older and they're like, oh shit, you know, I feel unfulfilled. Trust me, women, you should probably have a baby. Because the number of women that I've seen that are really genuinely happy, like, oh, thank God I never had kids, I got to pursue my career and stuff like that, is outweighed probably 10 to fucking 1 among the females that I've talked to that are horrendously depressed because they never had a kid. Also, women out there, please, stop being quite so choosy. The fact that the dude doesn't look like Adonis doesn't mean he doesn't have a 6-figure salary and a fucking Porsche or something like that. There are dudes out there, they're good dudes, but they're kind of nerdy. Sometimes, by the way, you can be at fault. Why don't you hit on us once in a while? Oh my, I love your hair. Trust me, there are dudes out there that just aren't so outgoing. They're nervous around you. You intimidate them. They can't help it. Some men are, you know, including myself, other than online, we're nervous to talk to women in person. It makes us nervous. We're afraid we'll say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and we'll come off as awkward. You'll start or something like that. So please keep that in mind. I want all the clankers to go out on a hot date. You know, some of you already have a spouse or something, and, you know, if you're too old or too young to have kids, they're okay. That's an extenuating circumstance. Or maybe you've got, like, Turner syndrome or say you can't have kids. Well, that's fine. But go and fuck. Yes, in my name, go and fuck. Moan my name when you orgasm. Only the girls, though. If a dude does that, that's a little on the weird side. This is a little bit of a joking video, by the way, just to be clear. I'm riding high on insomnia energy at the moment and a huge amount of caffeine with jam and bean coffee, by the way. Make sure to get your Costa Rica blend. Oh my God, and when blend number 2 gets named and released, I will be fronting that shit every goddamn day. I want like 10 bags of it. But I'm also being serious. If we want to reverse declining birth rates, all we have to do is fuck. And fucking is fun and healthy and good for you. It feels nice, can taste and smell nice. You know, you do you. And do another person. That's what I'm asking you to do. We must make 1 million extra babies. You should name all the males Tarl, by the way. That would be absolutely hysterical to me. I created a baby boom with a YouTube video. That's about all. Peace out.